Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new then welcome. Today I've decided to do the long awaited Q&A because for months now I kept asking on Instagram about like what you want to know, etc, etc, and I never ended up doing it because I just kept forgetting. Like, I'm seriously thinking this is baby brain because I literally kept forgetting. Is my camera gonna die? I don't know. But yeah, so I thought today, while I remember, let's just do it. I have got Jacob here. Tom has taken Chase to the car wash. Jacob is, I think he's a bit tired, and he put himself in my bed. He literally went and put himself in my bed. So I gave him the iPad to play on so that he's not just laying there, bless him. And whilst he did that, I thought this is a good opportunity for me to be able to do this. So that's what I'm doing. When I asked on Instagram who wanted to see a Q&A, a lot of you came back with yes, so then I asked you what kind of questions you had and stuff, and a lot of them are baby related, so therefore this Q&A is more baby related than like usual Q&A. Like, it's pretty much baby related towards the baby that I'm carrying. But let's just go straight in there with the first question. The first question is, where did I go at Christmas? I think they added in that when they wrote it. I think whoever wrote it put because they noticed that I'd been away. I went to Farley Wallop. It's a place not that far away. It's like 2 hours, 2-hour drive from us. But it was a really nice house. If you type it into Google, you'll probably find it, Farley Wallop House. But we went with all Tom's family and extended family, so like his grandparents and uncles and all that palaver. We just went on a family Christmas trip, to be honest. It was really nice to get away, but it was also nice to get home. Someone asked what car I have. So I have a VW Fox at the moment. I am looking to change that in the next few months because it is only a 3-door and I want a 5-door. The next question is a question that everybody asks, and before I mention the question, I do want to let everyone know that I'm never going to ever again talk about Chase's biological dad. I don't need to, I don't particularly want to, and I think it's best that way. If you want to know about him, then go back to previous videos because I've mentioned it before, and I've mentioned, like, I think in the 22-month update for Chase, I think it's mentioned in that. So if you want to go back and listen to that, then go ahead. But I'm never going to mention it ever again because it's over and done with. It is what it is. That's that. But to go alongside that, the question is Tom Chase's dad? Biologically, no, but theoretically, yes. So obviously Chase's biological dad isn't in the picture, blah blah blah. Tom has taken the role on as dad because Chase looks up at him as his dad. That's just how it's worked. We allowed Chase to do that transition. We didn't push it or anything like that. So for instance, he calls Tom dad out of his own free will. We've never given him that option. We've never said like, oh, do you want to call him dad, or this is your dad. He did that himself. I think he must have seen other kids saying like mum and dad to their parents, and then he saw, and because he was so young, he was literally under 1 when he met Tom, so obviously he was at an impressionable age, so I didn't want to influence him into doing anything. I thought that was all up to him. You never know, one day maybe Tom can adopt him or whatever, but for now, theoretically, he is his dad, and that's how it stays. That's how we now portray it, because that's how Chase portrays it. Obviously, one day I will change that and say to him, like, talk to him about basically his dads and whatever, but for now, that's how it is. The next question is, am I going to make an intro? As you can probably tell, since January, I've been making videos every day. However, I've not got an intro to them. Jacob, are you okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the question, to do the intro. Yes, I'm going to be making a new intro. I'm kind of just waiting because I want it to be a special intro, and I'm wondering whether or not to just wait until the baby's born so that the baby is in the intro. I don't really know, we'll see. I'm not sure what to do yet. I'll figure that out. But I'm still like looking into what I want for my intro because I just want it to be perfect. What did you get?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh! Ah! I got a lot of questions about whether or not this pregnancy is different or the same to my pregnancy with Chase. And it is completely different. With Chase, I felt as though, like looking back, I felt as though it was just like the perfect pregnancy. I was always, like, I don't know how to describe it. It just went really simple and easy, other than like the little parts where towards the end, and obviously not the parts where like I had urine infections and whatever. But with this pregnancy it's a lot different in the fact of I'm not getting as, I had morning sickness but I'm not now. I think it's hard to explain because Chase's pregnancy was literally 2 years ago, so I can't fully remember it. My camera is gonna die. Oh. So just after that last clip, I had to take the. Good boy. Good boy. I had to take the battery out of the camera and charge it for a bit because it was literally dead. But my next question is, when is my due date? So my due date currently is the 11th of June, 2020 obviously. However, it's moved around quite a bit within that week. So at one point it was the 8th of June and then the 9th of June. Like, it's gone back and forth a few times. But now it's the 11th. So I'm just saying between the 4th of June and the 18th of June is at some point when I should be having the baby. I got asked this one quite a lot. Will I be having a baby shower? I think so. I believe my sister is doing me one this time because I did my one with Chase myself because I don't know what's wrong with me, but I have this thing where I have to do things myself and I don't like not knowing things. I've allowed my sister to do this one because she really wants to, and I thought less stress on me in a way, so I'm allowing her to do that. So yes, I will be having one probably in May because that's like a month before my due date, kind of, so it'll probably be in May at some point, but I will be filming it obviously. Obviously I don't know when it is, so it'll probably I'll be just doing a daily vlog and then all of a sudden a baby shower will be happening, but it's exciting. Are we finding out the gender? No. To be as simple as that, we're not finding out the gender. We don't want to find out the gender. We want it to be a surprise for when we give birth. But yeah, we're not going to find out until he or she is here. What are you doing? What are you doing? You silly. I love you. You baby. You baby Jacob. He's just in Chase's room playing. Bless him. He's getting all the toys out. Getting all the toys out. Yeah, you got a bottle. Baby bottle. Your juice is there. Okay. Yeah, so we're not going to find out the... You want to sit with me? Aww. You're laying with me like a baby. You're going to be a baby. Jacob is literally laying on me like a baby right now. But yeah, so we're not finding out the gender. We're not planning to find out the gender. It's all going to be a big secret. Have I felt the baby move yet? Yes, I have. Anyway, so yes, I have felt the baby move. I felt... So yeah, I have felt the baby move. I felt the baby move at about like 15 weeks, in my 15th week. And I'm now 17 weeks and 4 days, I think, 3 days. Let me check. I'm in my 17th week, I know that. 17 weeks and 3 days today while I'm filming this on the 5th of January, so yes. I have felt the baby move and I keep feeling the baby move every evening / night, so I feel like it's going to be a very nighttime baby, which Chase was the complete opposite, so we'll see how that works out. What baby apps am I using? So I have a lot. So I have 5 apps that I use. One being the Ovia pregnancy, that's the one I use the most, which is exactly the one I used with Chase. The next being Emma's diary, which I go on every other week probably. And then the baby centre app, which is actually quite nice if you want like to see what other mums at the same time, pregnancy time as you, are up to and whatever, and how they're feeling. The next one is the Pregnancy Plus app, which is actually really good as well. I do like that one. And then the Bounty app, which I go on every so often as well. They're all the ones that I used with Chase. I just use them all because they all say different things, so I just get the majority, if you know what I mean. So for instance, my Ovia app is telling me that today the baby is the size of a tangy pomegranate. And it gives you each week a new thing. So like for instance, now baby is now 5 inches long, etc, etc basically. But it gives you quite a lot of information, and it says your baby weighs about 4.9 ounces, which is about 145 grams this week, which is like so small, but that is what it says. Another highly requested question was, do we know what name we'll be using for the baby? No. So obviously the baby is going to have the last name Monks, like Tom. However, the first name and middle name we're not too sure on yet. We'll obviously be picking a boy and a girl name because we don't know the gender, so we have to pick both. And then when obviously the baby arrives, we can give it the gender name. We like unusual names. Well, I love unusual names, whereas Tom's more, he likes kind of traditional names, and I don't. I do not like traditional names. I think it's because I don't have a traditional name. Like my name is so unusual that I love unusual names, and my sister's name's not like quite unusual as well. So I don't know, but we haven't thought that far ahead yet. I know, like, I keep saying to myself like I'm only 17 weeks, but then at the same time like the baby could come in 20 weeks, like that's not actually that far away. But yeah, so we've got a lot of preparing to do, and I think we do need to like sit down and have a chat about the names. But we will be doing a, well, I will be doing a names I love but won't be using video, because I do have names I love but Tom does not love at all. So yeah, I will be doing a video like that soon, probably when I'm about 20 weeks pregnant. So I'm sure we're not using those names. Will I be breastfeeding or formula feeding? This is quite a controversial... They're crying. What have you done? They are crying. What have you done? Let me see. What did you do? Tom is sorting it out. So yeah, will I be breastfeeding or bottle feeding? Well, formula feeding. I am going to try my hardest to breastfeed. I tried so hard with Chase, however it didn't work out because he had a tongue tie and the whole situation just stressed me out being a first time mum. Whereas now I've had one already, I know what to expect, and it'll be a long ride, but I'm willing to try that as much as possible. But if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's not the end of the world. Like, formula is there for people who are unable to do it or who struggle, and therefore I'm gonna, if I need the help, I'm gonna take it. If my midwife suggests help, I'm gonna take what the midwife says. But at the same time, I myself really, really want to breastfeed, but I just don't want to get my hopes too high and then it all fail and come crashing down. I'd rather just go in there with an open mind. I'm gonna try it. We'll see how it goes basically, but fingers crossed breastfeeding goes a-okay. Will I have help when the baby arrives with Chase and the baby? So in a way yeah, because obviously Tom will be off work, so he'll be at home, but I kind of want the first week with the baby just to be me, the baby, Tom and Chase. I do think that my mum will help out with Chase a lot, but to the point I do think we'll have quite a bit of help from anybody around really, and friends and stuff. They'll want to help, but whether we take it or not I don't know, because he likes being with us, and the fact that there's going to be a new baby there, it's going to be strange for him, and I want to transition him into it properly. So we'll just see when it happens, to be honest, but there will be people there to help if we need it with anything. So fingers crossed all goes well and we're not in the hospital forever, basically. Have I planned my birth? No. Obviously with Chase I had an induction, which I highly do not want again. I do not want to be induced at all. It's not happening. I want to go into this birth naturally, at home, and then maybe either, and then probably go to the hospital, but I don't want to go to the hospital too early. I kind of want it to just be like, how do I put it, like, I want it to be as natural as possible, because Chase's wasn't as natural as possible. It was like a mess. But I don't know what would be good for me. That's something I've got to talk to my midwife about and see. But they've said that because my... although they did say I hemorrhaged with Chase, which I didn't get told at the time. But supposedly I did. And I think that that's quite worrying. So like I wouldn't want to... I thought about having a home birth, but now at the same time I don't want one. Because if something does go wrong, I'd rather be in the best place for that, and to me the best place for that is a hospital, because they've got all the resources, and if like the baby stops breathing, for instance, they've got that there ready, so it's just easier to be there, I think. I might try and have a water birth if I'm able to, as long as all goes well throughout the pregnancy as well, because obviously anything can change and happen at any point, which it's worrying, but it's not too bad, it's okay. But yeah, hopefully this birth goes well, and the pregnancy, to be honest, because I'm only 17 weeks anyways, but I'm fingers crossed everything goes to plan. But no, I haven't planned it yet. I will be starting to soon. I also got a lot of questions about my miscarriage, which I love the fact that everybody would like to know and stuff. I think I'm going to have to do a separate video on that, because it like is still quite, it's still something that I don't really talk about it, so I don't know, but I think I'll do a separate video on that because it's something that I do want to talk to you guys about. Of course I do, but it would take a while. That'd take a whole new video. But that is all for this video. I'm hoping I've answered a lot of questions. And I'm just hoping you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.